Welcome back. Today was the deja vu game, I guess. History repeated itself tonight in just another very close game that did not need to be close. Once again, that seems to be a theme here, right? But just like the last one, just a little different. The Magic do end up coming away with a win once again versus the Bulls. But it wasn't just a regular win. This was also the Magic's first in-season tournament win. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get to make up the point differential from the Brooklyn game. But it is, wins are still valuable in this. And the Magic once again survived tonight and are still alive in the tournament. Well, let's get into this. I mean, I feel like I could probably just re-upload last video and it would pretty much get the job done. The similarities were very weird. Like, once again, we were able to hold the Bulls to exactly 33 points at halftime, the same exact amount from the previous game. And unfortunately with that, once again, we do blow the lead. But to look at the positive, I guess, it gives us these exciting games. It also gives us these great moments for players like Paolo last game, Franz Wagner tonight. But no, I'm sure everybody, fan-wise, player-wise, would much rather just have, the blowout win and be able to just go on to the next one with just an easy win under our belt for once. But we're here, we make it tough for some reason, but we come out victorious once again. As if things weren't bad enough, tonight we do lose Jalen Suggs, who was going into this as a game time decision. It was really just because he got really beat up in that last Bulls game. Like, he fell a couple times and came up holding a different part of his body. So part of me did expect him to miss this game, and sure enough, he does. Gary Harris does step into the starting lineup, and thankfully he came in and was absolutely just impactful tonight. Only 28 minutes tonight, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. And I don't know if, the spirit of Jalen Suggs took over Gary here, but 2 blocks and a steal tonight for Gary. So some really big plays at the end of the game that probably won us them. So going into this game, we were down 3 starters. Meanwhile, the Bulls, who were missing DeMar DeRozan last game, do get him back, but it doesn't seem to matter. And even with some below average performances in the starting lineup, Anthony Black only 11 minutes tonight, 2 points. And then Goga Bitadze found himself in foul trouble. Once again, only 2 points. I believe 4 rebounds. He did have some very good defensive plays on Vucevic once again. Even, I think, 2 blocks, but one of them was really this mean. So while his minutes were limited because of the foul trouble, at least in the time he was on the court, he had an impact on the game. But the real impact tonight came from our bench unit, which absolutely just took over this game. Joe Ingles tonight, a team high plus 16, gave us 8 points, 5 assists. Once again, I love the passing and just being able to run the offense. Mo Wagner, 23 minutes, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and just continues to just be absolutely automatic going at the rim. Like, he doesn't care who's in his way. He just finds a way to finish on all these guys. Now tonight wasn't the biggest, defensive battle from him on the other end, but the fact that he's been so far this season very consistent night in and night out, which I didn't think we saw much of that last year. I feel like he went on stretches where he was showing this impact, but right now 12 games in, every game I feel like he's been impactful. And then Cole Anthony stepped in tonight and took the big chunk of the point guard minutes, 36 minutes tonight, nearly a triple-double, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. The rebounding with Cole just always gets me. He is such a good rebounding guard. He gets into rebounds that he has no business being in, and he just will jump in out of nowhere over all these big guys and just snag it out of their hands. The efficiency wasn't quite there tonight, but if we're winning and you're able to leave an impact on the game, then it's fine with me. Obviously, I prefer him to, make the shots, but this team is young, and I know it's extremely frustrating to watch these games slip away from us, especially when we have such great first halves and gain these leads, and just somehow they disappear in the second. But hopefully these guys are learning along the way. 2 games now where we, fight back and win. And for a lot of these guys, this winning thing is new to them right now. Last year we were, pushing to wins a little bit more, but this year this is the first real season in for some of these guys that we are coming into these every single game and okay, we want to lock in and win and go as far as we can. So eventually these guys probably will learn, to finish off a team when it's needed. I just think they're just having a hard time right now learning okay, we have a 15-20 point lead, we can let off a little bit, and they need to realize that these teams are not going to go away. And the more we give up these comebacks, the more teams are going to be we're down versus Orlando right now, but they let everyone else back, so you know what, let's just keep fighting even harder and they'll give it up. And tonight I know we did end up giving up the lead, but I do think there was improvement, because third quarters have been our issue, and tonight we only lost the third quarter by 3 points. Like, we kept up them 29-32, and some of these comebacks, I really don't think that it's like we're like, I just think the other team just wasn't making shots, especially the Bulls. They don't make shots, and I don't think the quality of their shots really changed. We do give up a lot of open threes. I don't like that. But I think it's just more sometimes, like tonight, like they just start hitting the shots, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully we could clean that up. But one man who really did help clean that up tonight and really was a huge factor of tonight's win, in my opinion, probably the MVP of this game, Jonathan Isaac. In only 19 minutes tonight, he had 18 points, 9 rebounds, an assist, a steal, a block, shot amazing from the field, iced 2 big free throws at the end of the game. And he just looks amazing. He looks really bouncy. That's what I've noticed the most for this game. For a guy who's gone through as much, you know, injury history on his lower body as he has, like the fact that he is like the first one up, you know, for these rebounds, it's very impressive. And he brings the defense every night, we know that. But tonight, not only did he continue to play this perfect defense that we saw last game, but now he even brought in offense. Like I said, he just played perfect tonight, in my opinion. Like, I don't expect that kind of production every game, but if we can get 20, like this was 20 minutes of Jonathan Isaac, and we got to see what he did today. And I'm extremely impressed with his minutes at center, where he was playing primarily in his stretch. That's pretty much where he's been playing most of his minutes in this, you know, these last 2 games. And his job just guarding the perimeter, being able to then switch on to Vucevic and hold his own, very impressive. And then I just want to talk about one more thing on the bench. I just don't understand. Tonight we see Caleb Houston check in. Well, obviously Jalen Suggs is out, like I said, so we see Caleb Houston check in. I was kind of expecting it, but he plays a 6-minute stretch, goes 1 from 1 from the 3, 2 rebounds, and then we don't see him for the rest of the game. He plays that 1 6-minute stretch in the second quarter, done for the game. And like, shooting is our problem, and then you sub in a guy who goes straight away, shoots perfect from 3, only 1 shot, but he hits right away from 3, and then it's just done with the game. Like, that's it. Are we not seeing, you know, the success that we've had with the Gary Harris, Joe Ingles, Paolo, or Franz lineups? Pretty much the lineups where we put spacing around them, and then you go and tease us continuously with these like little stretches of Caleb minutes. And I honestly don't even care who it is. It could be Jet, it could be Caleb. They both shoot the 3 very well. Like, just get these guys a little bit more playtime, please. Either one of them. Now let's go into our duo. Paolo Banchero, not a great game tonight, I'll be honest. Stat-wise, 31 minutes, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. But then you go and look at the turnovers. 7 turnovers tonight, and then just 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Actually, I can't even put the free throw thing on him. Obviously, he's got to be better. But we did not shoot great at all from the free throw line today. 16 for 23 tonight. That's 69% from the free throw line. And that's improvement. Like, I think like late in the fourth, we were at 50. It only went up because Franz Wagner and Jonathan Isaac were hitting them at the end of the game. But the fact that for a majority of this game, we were shooting 50% from the free throw line, unacceptable. This team can barely score as it is, so it is just not a good thing to be leaving this many points on the free throw line, especially in a season where a lot of our losses haven't come by that many points. So looking back at how many points we've left on the line from those games, it hurts, and we really need to, you know, push down on that and fix it. And then tonight's Xavier, by the way, how does it feel to have one of your young stars hit a game winner last game, and then versus the same team, your other one games them once again? But Franz Wagner tonight, 35 minutes, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and he was the one to bring us the most important play of the night. Alex Caruso hits the 3 to give them the lead for the first time since like early in the first. With around 27 seconds left on the clock, we have the ball. We all probably thought it was going to go back to Paolo again. But no, this time Franz Wagner does get possession. I thought he was going to go for a 3, but he takes it right to the rim, makes this really nice play around Vucevic for the and 1 layup. And shout out to Vucevic for, you know, once again giving us a win. If you remember last year versus the Bulls, when he missed the 2 free throws and Jalen hits the game winner. This year, not only did he foul Franz for the and 1 to put us up 3, but then we give him a wide open 3 to win the game, and he misses it. So once again, thank you, Vucevic. You are always Orlando at heart. You have once again made Magic fans very happy for both tonight and tomorrow until we have to play our next game versus the Pacers on Sunday. But you give us Magic fans the ability to celebrate this weekend and not ponder a horrible loss all the way up until Sunday. And before we wrap it up here, I want to give a shout out to the Osceola Magic, and especially Mac McClung, who has been playing amazing over there. 44 points tonight, 6 threes. I know we have some Mac McClung fans, so I want to give a shout out to him and how he's been playing over there. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Our next game is versus the Indiana Pacers on Sunday at 5 o'clock. That will be a very tough game. It's going to be a very interesting game. Top offense versus top defense. Hopefully we do see some of our guys back in the lineup. I really hope that Jalen will be ready to go, because he will be a big part of this game, especially going against Tyrese Halliburton. But it's definitely going to be a challenge for us because, like I said, #1 offense, they pretty much rely on their wins on just outscoring the opponents. So not only do we have to contain them, but we also have to be able to keep up with, what we let slip through. So yeah, definitely an interesting game coming up on Sunday. And then after that, we do have our in-season tournament game. First one at home versus the Toronto Raptors. So yeah, some very exciting stuff coming up soon for the Magic here. And I will, of course, try my best to keep you guys updated with all that stuff. But on that note, that will wrap it up for me today. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. And with that, also comment below how you're feeling. And yeah, Magic win. On to the next one. And I'm out. Peace.